Hi, welcome to the final segment in our Continuity on a Budget series. In our last segment, we showed you how to do a live backup using the Xcopy utility, write a batch file to automatically copy your data to another location, and schedule your backup during off hours. Now that you have created the portable data set, we need to set up our off-site computer to be able to access the live data copy. While the concepts in this segment are not all that difficult, we again caution you to seek expert help if you are not comfortable completing any of the steps that will be covered in this section. Let's start by defining those steps that we are going to take to complete this segment.
We will set up a new user profile on the workstation that we will use to access our data. We will set up security for our user profile. We'll connect our portable drive to our off-site workstation, and we'll map a virtual drive letter to our backup drive in order to access our data.
One final reminder before we start. This is not a remote access solution for accessing data when off-site. Because the copying of the data is basically one way, in other words, from your server to the backup drive, changes that you make on the backup data set will not be reflected on your server. This is a method to access your data in an emergency from an off-site location, or as a stopgap server in the event of a catastrophic failure of your server. As this solution is designed to give you temporary access to your data in an emergency, the computer that we are going to use as our backup server is a laptop.
In this case, we are using an older Dell Inspiron 1100, which has a Pentium 4 processor and RAM that has been upgraded to 1 GB. The operating system on this computer is Windows XP Professional.
While the beauty of a live data set is the ability to access it from older legacy equipment, in order to minimize potential performance issues, you should make sure that the computer you are using as your emergency access workstation is comparable to one of your office workstations.
We begin by starting our computer and logging in using an account that has administrator privileges. If your computer is set to automatically log in using a default account or without a password, we strongly recommend changing this to require a separate login for each user account. Once the computer is finished starting, go to Start, Control Panel, and select User Accounts. Next, select Create a New Account. You will be prompted to enter a username for this account. For our demonstration, we are going to name this account 911 Data. Click Next. For account type, we recommend that you select Computer Administrator and then click Create Account. When you're returned to the User Account window, click on the account name to modify the account. Click on Create a Password. Now type in a password for this account. We suggest that you use a strong password, which is a mixture of numbers and letters and uses upper and lowercase text. You can enter a hint to help you remember your password, but make sure that any hint entered is oblique enough to prevent compromise. Click Create Password. Once we have created our emergency account, click on Start and Shutdown. Select Shutdown. Now we are going to connect our portable drive to the laptop. Once the drive is connected, we restart our computer and log in using the newly created account. Once the computer is started, click on the My Computer icon and make sure that the portable drive is visible. We should also note the drive letter of our new drive. If the drive letter is the same as the drive letter assigned to your network server share that we noted in the last segment, we want to change the drive letter that will not interfere with our virtual server. To do this, go to Start and select Control Panel. Next, select Administrative Tools, followed by Computer Management. On the Computer Management screen, select Disk Management. Look for the portable drive, then right-click in the identifier area Choose Change Drive Letter and Paths, then click Change. From the drop-down list, select a different drive letter. In our case, we are setting this to disk L. Click OK. Confirm that you want to change the drive letter by clicking Yes. Now close the computer management screens.